Last time we start Newton method. This is the method number 3 for solving the nonlinear equation for the case of the simple root, for approximation of the simple root. One of the best method, as I told you last time, is the Newton method. And the Newton method is the iterative method. Need one initial approximation to start. One of the best faster convergent method for the simple root, but problem is, or drawback of this method is, there is no guarantee that always converge. May converge, may diverge, but when converge, it converge very fast. Remember that example I discussed with you last time. This is the same example we solved by with the help of bisection method and fixed point method. Both methods took about 6 iteration for the accuracy 10 minus 2. But when we solve this problem, if you can see, this is a formula I gave you last time. Newton formula need not only f of x, but also need f dash x with the condition f dash should not be equal to the 0 and f n r. Thus we have this equation. He said use Newton method to find the third approximation. Of course, in exam, as I told you, never we ask you to find the third approximation. I want just to show you this is how good is this method. Find the third approximation to the root of this one, which has inside the interval, starting with the initial approximation, x naught is equal to 1. Then you can have here now, after finding the value of f of x, taking all the from one side, make one side equal to 0. Then you can easily find, after finding fx, take the derivative of f, which is 3x squared minus 2, and then check the value of the function and the derivative of the function at initial approximation. The value of the function at this point becomes 0, alhamdulillah, but the condition f dash should never equal to 0, because if f dash becomes 0, we cannot use this formula. So when f dash is not equal to 0, then we can use and we can find out the first approximation, and this is a good approximation in this sense because 1.63 is موجود inside the interval. And then you continue like this one here to find the second approximation and the third approximation. This is the third approximation. Now you can see here the third approximation of the root is 1.61834, and then we check the value of the function at this point, and now you can see value of the function at this point is how much? Is the 0.000, very small number. And the value of the absolute error in the sense we have is a 10 minus 7 accuracy. Like this is, you can see how good is this one here. You can see here the function value is this one, 10 minus 8, and which is a very small number, close to 0 here. So that's the beauty of this method here. If Newton method converge for the simple root, it converge very fast. We have here now. So you can see just with it, the 3 approximation or exact error or actual error, same thing, is a 10 minus 7 of accuracy. So 10 minus 7 accuracy, which is one of the best accuracy we have in numerical methods, and we just got after third iteration. Yeah. So that's the things you can have here now. As I told you, I give you the exact error because we know the exact solution, and here I give the exact solution of this problem. The exact root which موجود inside the interval is what? 1.6180339, and this is your third approximation. Now you can see how close this one. Take difference between them is 10 minus 7 accuracy. This is the Newton method, which I say one of the best method for the case of the simple root here. Of course, this example will not come in the exam. This is very simple one. Why it is simple one? You have the f of x. You can easily find the derivative here. I give you a very good example, which generally we give in the exam. It is this one here. I give you 4 or 5 examples, very good concerning with the Newton methods. The first one is use Newton method to approximate to within the 10 minus accuracy. Of course, as I told you, in exam, teacher generally never say to find 10 minus accuracy. In exam, maybe say use Newton method to find the first approximation or the second, maximum second approximation. The value of x that produce the point on the graph y equal to x square, which is close to 1, 0, using the initial approximation here. Now, what we want now, if you can see here, we have a graph of y equal to x square, and we say find the value of the point which is on the graph y equal to x square, which is close to 1.0. The distance between the point on the graph and this point should be as small as possible, minimum. And if you remember that one you did in the basic knowledge, we know the distance formula. Distance, this is a point on the graph, x and x square. We have to find x here. And y, what is y? It is given from the teacher, y equal to this one. So graph on, this is the point on the graph, and the point given by the teacher is 1, 0. Now, what is the basic things we have to do? We have to find the distance between this point, distance from this to this should be as minimum as possible. This point is on the axis line here because 1 mean x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, y equal to 0. And this is x. We have to find out that point on the graph y equal to x square. You know the distance formula. This is the distance formula. We have x minus x1 square plus x minus x2 square. Sorry, x1 minus x1 square and y minus y1 square. What is x1? X1 is this x. What is x2? It is 1. So x minus x2 square is this one plus y1, y x2, y2 minus y1 square, which is x square minus 0 square. This is a distance formula. You already know this one. This distance we have to find minimum. And how to find minimum? After you open this murabba here, we have this one. To find this minimum, we have to take the derivative. You remember, I think in math 150 you did that. How can you find the minimum? You have to take the derivative of the function and put equal to 0. And that's the things we are doing here now. To find d is a square root. So what I do, I make the square on both sides to avoid the square root. So when I take both sides, we have this one. This function we have to minimize. And how to minimize the function, as I told you, for the case of minimum or maximum, you have the knowledge in math 150 or before. We can minimize or we can maximize the function only by taking derivative equal to 0. So what is the derivative of this one? The derivative of this one is 4x cubed plus 2x minus 2 equal to 0. So what is this one? This is your nonlinear equation now, because nonlinear equation is what? Something equal to 0. And of course, this is equal to 0. This is you have a f of x. So it's mean, I told you, In exam, teacher never give you non-linear equation directly. They give you some condition. From that condition, you have to find out the non-linear equation. And why we need non-linear? Because we need f of x. And how to find f of x? Take all the term one side, make one side equal to the 0 we have here now. Then we take the derivative, this function we have to minimize and derivative equal to 0. And now this is become the non-linear equation we have here now. And then we can have non-zero side always your f of x. So now when you have f of x, you can easily find out the derivative of f of x, which is this one. Now you have ready to use the formula. Newton formula is what? Is xn minus f of xn, which is this one, taxim by f dash, which is this one here. Now, as I told you, you are ready to use to find the first approximation or second one. In examination point of view, generally he say find the second approximation. So you find x1 equal to what? Put n is equal to 0 in this formula. You have this shape, and you are already given x naught is equal to 1 by the teacher. Put 1 equal to that. You can have this one. Then you use, because I use here 10 minus accuracy 4, so it's mean we have to use 5 iteration. But of course in exam we cannot do 5. In exam maximum teacher can ask you to find out the second approximation. So what you have to do, you have to use this formula 2 times. First n is equal to 0, you have this shape, then you put n is equal to 1. Then what is your shape is now? It is x2 equal to x1 and 4x1 cube are like this one. And then what is x1? You just find out, put the value this one, and inshallah you will get this one. Now this is your x. We need what? We need x and x square. So we have x value is 0.2. And what is your point? 0.6. And here 0.6 square, because you have to put x. This is the value of y. And that's the jawab here we have. So that's point. But according to my book, this one I use 10 minus 4 accuracy. So I have to calculate up to 5 iteration. So this is your x. And we need y. Y is your x square. So square of this one you will find out. This is a point on the graph which is close to the given point on the x-axis we have here now. Please, this is very good example. Such type of example, many times I give this one in the exam. Any student has some confusion here? I repeat again, please.
Yes, doctor. How did you get the 0.3479? Is it the y?
Which one? This one?
No, you see the 0.5, which is x5.
Where is that one? Which line you see, please?
No, you see x5 equals to 0.5898.
This one?
Yes, and the y is equals to 0.3479, which is the point.
Yeah, this is your x. So when you square this one, you have this one. Because what is your point on the graph? The point on the graph is x and y. What is y given by the teacher? It is x squared.
Yes.
So this is x, this is y. So when you find x, easily you can find out y, which is y squared. So x squared, when you do, you can have this value.
One more question, Doctor. Why
Yes.
did we find x5?
X5, as I say, x5 because he give you the accuracy 10 minus 4. It's mean the difference between x5 minus x4 is less than this one. Therefore, we stop. You know that. The stopping criteria, we have a 2 stopping criteria in 254. One is the number of iteration, other is accuracy.
Okay.
Is okay?
Yes, Doctor. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question, please, from anyone? As I told you, what is the beauty of this example? We are not given non-linear equation. We are given condition. With that condition, we have to find out the non-linear equation. And from non-linear equation, you can easily find out f. When you have f, you can easily find f dash to use the Newton method. Let's give you also one other example, very good example. Many times I give in the exam this one. If we say the difference of two number x and y is 6, what does the difference mean? Is a minus, this one. He says the difference of two number x and y is 6, this is given, and the square root of their product mean multiplication, and square root of their product is 4. That means the square root of xy is equal to the 4. This is given by the teacher. But of course, in exam, teacher not give you this one. This is a question given. Then he say use Newton method to approximate to within the 10 minus. Again, I repeat, please. In the book, I mentioned 10 minus 4 because I want to show the approximation. But in exam, teacher must mention you use the first one or the second approximation. Then he say use Newton method to approximate. Let's say in exam, I give you the same example. I will never say 10 minus 4. I say use method to find the second approximation. For example, second approximation, the largest value of the number x, and then you have the value of x. Then you can easily find out the value of the y. Since we want to use Newton method always need one initial approximation to start, and that initial approximation given by the teacher is 7.5. Now this is the information given. For when I give this problem, about 50% student, wallah, they don't know what do you mean the difference of two numbers. The difference of two mean is the subtraction of two. And this one, this is a condition given by the teacher. Now you can see here, sorry, we have in chapter number 2, we have a function of one variable. How many variables here now? 2. How many variables here are 2? We have to find function of one variable only for x here. So it's mean we are given this one and this one. This you can do. You can make simplify to avoid the square root. Take square on both sides. So what you have? Xy equal to what? The 16, right? So what I do here, we have this one. Then you can find the value of x from here. Y. What is the value of y here? Y equal to what? Y equal to x minus the 6, right? Because I take y on the 6 here. Then y equal to 6 you have. Then put the value of y in this first equation, like this one, this equation. When you put this one here, you have x. In place of x, you have y. Y value, you just have this one. You put the value here and then simplify. This is your non-linear equation you have here now. Because you take, open the bracket, x square minus 6x equal to 16. Take 16 on the one side, make one side equal to 0, and non-zero side is always your what? F of x. Now you have f of x. Now your f of x is this one. Now you need what? You need to find out the derivative. What is the derivative of this function? Is 2x minus 6. Then you can put here 2 minus 6 here, and then you can have here the formula. This is the Newton formula you have here now. Now we are ready to find whatever the approximation teacher can ask you. Okay, let's say I ask in the example is 10 minus 4, but in exam he say 2 approximation. So you have to use this formula 2 times by putting first n is equal to 0, then putting n is equal to 1. Then you put n is equal to 0. What is the approximation you will get, inshallah? Is this one. And then you put x is equal to, n is equal to 1. So then this is x2, this is x1, 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 and here x1. What is x1? You just find out this one. You put the value, this one here, and you have the second approximation. But in here I find 4 approximation y, but I need the accuracy 10 minus 4 here. So what is the value of x? The value of x you got is 8. I'm using 8 here now, right? Now you can, he say, find the value of y also. So you have value of x is 8. You can put in any equation here. You can easily find out the value of y. When x is equal to 8, what is y? So y you take on the side, 6 is equal to, then x is equal to, the y equal to. That's the jawab of the problem. This is also a very good example, please. Why I call again? Because we are not given non-linear equation. We have to find non-linear equation by ourselves. Okay. This is also very good example. Many times I give in the exam this one. He said the graph of y equal to this and y equal to this one. And the condition is that these two graphs touch each other in the neighborhood of the point x is equal to a. Find the value of k and the coordinate point x and y. After you finding x, you have to find y also and k also. This is the three things we have to do. First, we find x. When we have the x, we can put x here and we can find the value of y easily. And then you have the value of y, then we can easily find out the value. You know the x, you know the y. You can easily find out the k we have here now. Remember, we did this example in the case of, I think is a 2.2 example in the book for the bisection method, which we did. There we say that graph 2 point are intersection. And what is the intersection mean, please? Two graph, we say two graph are intersect.
Y equal Y.
Is aware. The two graph are intersecting. Intersecting always mean they are equal. Now here they are not intersection. They are not intersect. They are what? They are touching. What is a touch? When two graphs are touch, it means their derivative must be equal. Please remember this point. If the points are intersect, they are equal. But if they are touch, it means their derivative of the graph must be equal. So it means what we have to do, we have to find the derivative of this. This is I give here. Since we know the graph will be touch each other when, if their value of their derivative must be same. So we have, what is the derivative of y? This one, the derivative of y is a 2 cosine x, am I right? And what is the derivative of y here? Derivative of y is, derivative of ln x is what? 1 over x. What is the derivative of k? K is a constant. And value, because k is a constant, value constant, derivative is also y dash is. So it's mean this, their graph derivative must be equal. That means 2 cosine x must be equal to 1 over x. And now this becomes some shape of the equation which we are interested. And then you can take all the term one side, make one side equal to 0. Then we can write here this one here. What is simple here? I take 2 in the maqam. It become 1 over 2. I take x is there. So you have x cosine x equal to 1 over 2. 1 over 2 mean 0.5. And then you take all the term one side, make one side. This is your f of x now. This we are interested. Because if we want to use Newton method, we need f. Not Newton method. Any problem we do in chapter number 2, we need f. So here we also need f dash. So you can easily find out the derivative of is what? We know this is two function, x and cosine, product rule. You know the product rule of the derivative. Derivative of the first function. What is that? 1. Derivative of x is 1. So we have cosine plus x into derivative second function. What is the derivative second function? Derivative of cosine is minus sine. So we have this. Now you have fn, f dash. You can easily find out this one. Then I say find the coordinate here. I in the exam I didn't mention here, but in the exam I mentioned that you do this case with the help of Newton method and find the second approximation. So you have to do, now this is your formula. You have to put n is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1. Then you can have x1 and x2. X1, inshallah, it will be this one. And x2 will be equal to, this is the second approximation you have here now. When you have the second approximation, then what is your x? Your x is 7.79. Let's I take 2 decimal place, right? 7.79. This is your x. Now, when you have x, you can easily find out y. You put here y. Because you cannot put here y here because k we have to find out here first. First, you need to find y. How can you find y? Put in place of x, you have 7.79, and this will give you the value of y. Now, when you have the value of x, you have the value of y, you can easily find out what? The value of k, which is what? You know y, right? And you know which y is your 1.96 equal to ln x. What is x? 7.79, which is this one. And this is equal to what? K. Now you can easily find k by taking ln 7.79 on the left hand side. Then you can have the value of k, and the value of k is what? Is minus 0.0568. You understand this one example, please? This is also a very good example, please. This type of example come in the exam, definitely. You have any question, any student, please? Is okay? Never say okay or not quite well like this.
No, it's clear, Doctor. All
It's
clear.
clear, Doctor.
Allah say, please say to me here. Because I cannot see you. I cannot see you. Therefore,
Doctor.
I need some sound from you.
I'm scared because I don't want to say all clear and some students suddenly come up and say no.
Like this one here.
Yes.
But I need some sound. If you just wait 1, 2, 3 seconds, if no one is come, then who know that one? Just say, that means I will continue, right? Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry, Doctor.
Good. This is also a very good example. He say the approximate successive approximation xn to the desired root by this scheme. Scheme means the formula. This is a given formula. What is the question? He say find f and f dash, then use Newton method to find the approximation of the root accurate to 10 minus 2, starting with the initial approximation is this one. So this is accuracy, but as again I repeat, in exam generally teacher never give you accuracy. 99.9% chance in exam teacher say in place of accuracy he say find first approximation or the second one here like this one. Now you can see here, please any student can give me, he say find f of x and f dash, right? What is this one? What is this? Any student? What does this mean?
F of x.
Huh?
G of x.
G of x. I told you, please, if you have left hand side is xn plus 1, it is always g. The right hand side always g we have here now. So if you have a g, how can you find the value of f of x, please? I give you the formula. When you have the g, what is the formula to find f? F of x always equal to
X minus gx.
x minus gx here. So you can say, and this is equal to what?
0.
0. This means x is equal to what?
E
Gx.
of x, right.
Yes.
Right? So it means we can write here, what is x? Here, this is your x, right?
Yes.
And this is your
GX.
gx. And then you cross multiply, like this one I gave here. Cross multiply. When you cross multiply is what? We have this one. Simplify this one. And we have this shape. And what is x minus gx, please? X minus gx always equal to what?
fx.
0.
F of x. And f of x mean?
0.
0. It's mean if this is equal to 0, what does this mean? If this is equal to 0,
Right?
The fx is the upper.
no.
Part.
Yeah, if this is equal to 0, it mean always plus equal to 0, not maqam equal to 0, right?
Yes.
So plus equal to 0 mean what? x4 minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1 equal to 0.
How did we
This
get
is your
X4?
nonlinear equation. And
How did we
nonlinear equation always give you what? F of x. And when you have this is f, now things become simple for us because only difficulty is how to find f. When you have f, now you take the derivative. What is the derivative of this one? The derivative of this one is this. Now you are ready to use the formula. What is the formula become? Is this one. Last time in exam, I also gave you the things here. I say by using this sequence, the equivalent Newton formula, show that the equivalent Newton formula is this one. So how can you say Newton formula is this one? It's mean Newton formula we need f and f dash. So first you have to find f, then you have to find f dash. This is a very simple way to give you in the book. Of course, in exams, slightly different than this give you exam. This is very simple. He say find f and f dash. We know how to find. This is your g always, because anything equal to xn plus 1, always g of x. And then you can find f of x easily. And after finding f and n, put the value of f and f in the Newton formula. Because what is Newton formula we have? It is f of xn, taqsim, f dash xn. Well, put the value here and they're going to have the value of this one.
One question, Doctor. How did we find x4? X power
X,
4.
where?
X power 4. X power 4.
X power 4.
Yes.
This one. What is here?
X.
And with taqsim by 1, right? Same thing?
Yes. Yes.
Then you take the LCM. You have this one. You have 1.
Yeah, I understand now, Doctor. It's clear.
Is okay now?
Yes, clear.
This is
Yeah,
can be written as
You explained it before, yes.
B minus A taqsim by A. No, sorry, by the B, because this is the LCM we have here. So here we multiply 4 plus x cube multiply by the x.
X. Yes.
And then you can have x4, x multiplied by x3, 3, x4 plus 4, 4x, open the bracket, minus 1, minus 3x squared. So this is the things we have. After having this one, and then you can find out the first approximation easily, because you are given initial approximation x naught is this one. And in exam, if teachers say find the second, I find here with the accuracy 10 minus 2. So 10 minus 2 accuracy needs 3 iterations. So we have this one. But in exam, as I say, 90% chance in exam, when I give this problem in the exam, I only say find the first approximation. So that's the jawab here. But if you say second approximation, you have to use the formula one more time. You have second, use the formula one more time. You have the third. This is according to the accuracy 10 minus 2. Why we stop here? Because the difference between x3 minus x2 is less than the accuracy. Therefore, we stop here. Okay. This is the same example. What is this one? This is your g of
x.
and then
GX.
you can say like this one. So this is also now, this is slightly I give here now. He say successive approximation to the desired root. This is your alpha. This formula will converge to what? The root 3. Now he say find the equivalent Newton formula for this case. Use Newton formula to find the second approximation by using this one. This is a part which we did the same before like this one. So what you have to do, well, this is your G, I'm right? And then we say x is equal to gx, this thing, and then you can easily find out the formula. I'm right? For f, when you have f, you can easily find out f and f dash here, which you have, and then you put into the formula, which is this one, and then you can have, this is the formula. Now, he say use this formula to find the second approximation. We have x1 is this one, and x2 is this one. This is the same example we did before. Now, in this question, and teacher give you one more question here, which is very important. Many times teacher can give you like here, and he say, show that the Newton method is converge very fast. And I told you, what is the condition to say the method converge fast? Last time I gave you.
When it's equal to 0?
No, when
Equal 1.
Allah is one. When we say some method converge very fast, this means g dash must be equal to 0. You remember I gave you
Yes.
4 conditions.
I told you equal to 0, doctor.
No, I'm asking for the other one.
Oh, okay.
So when method converge slow, what is one method converge? We say g dash alpha absolute sense is less than 1. And when diverge, g dash alpha absolute greater than 1. When method converge very fast, g dash alpha must equal to the 0. Here I mention here. But of course in exam I will not mention. I say Newton method converge fast. What that mean? G dash at alpha should equal to the 0. But
0.
in exam I will not mention you this one. I only say show that the Newton method for this problem is very fast. So we need g dash. So what is your Newton method? In the case of Newton method, what is your g, please? Any student give me? This is Newton formula. What is your g for Newton formula? Oh, you forget.
What again, doctor? Sorry.
I say Newton method converge very fast. And when we say we condition given to check is fast, we always need what? G dash.
Dash, yes.
So we
Yes,
need
the G is the right part, doctor.
Yes, G is always the right part. This is your
Yes.
G for the Newton case. Agree?
Yes.
Now you have to take, this is G, this is second approximation I finish here. This is your right part Newton method, and then this is your G you have for the Newton method. And when you simplify this one, you can get easily this one. And now we want to show G dash must be equal to 0. Now you know this is the quotient rule, Taksim rule, right? How to find the derivative of quotient rule? The quotient rule is what? Derivative the Mukam square in the pus, the same G into derivative of pus, or like this one, right? You know the formula. What is the formula of the quotient rule? D Taksim by derivative. You did this one, I think, in one of
Yes, doctor.
yes.
Yes, it's.
This is right. What is this one equal to? In the first we have what? G f dash minus f into g dash taqseem by
G square.
g square we have.
G
This is the
square,
formula.
yes.
That formula I use here, and when I use this formula, alhamdulillah, we got this one. This is g dash here. And now in place of x, we have to put, what is the value of x given by the teacher? Root 3, right? X mean the root alpha, and you put the value there, and then you can have, when you put the value, this one 18 minus 18, which is 0 taqseem by 36, which is 0 by something always equal to 0, and that means it converges the fast we have here now. This is the same example you can do for that case here now, please. Need this example also. And this is also I give 2-3 times in the exam here. I say this is the Newton formula for this equation. This is a Newton formula, because I say this is a formula for this quadratic equation with the help of what? Newton method, right? This is, the question is that show that this is the Newton formula for this nonlinear equation. This is the first part. What is the second part? Second part, hey, when you develop this formula, show that, to find the third approximation for the positive root of this nonlinear equation starting with this one. So what is this one? So first you have to show this is the Newton formula for this one. Newton formula need what? F and f dash. This is your f given directly. You need what? F dash. You can easily find the derivative of this one is what? It's 2xn minus n, right? Now, what is the Newton formula? This is the Newton formula. F of xn plus 1 equal to xn, f of xn taqseem. Put the value there. When you simplify by cross multiply again here, like the same we did last example, take the LCM. And we finish with this one, exactly the same thing. After show this is the Newton formula, then we have to use this one, the third approximation. When we use this formula, what we need, because we put n is equal to 0, so we have x naught square minus b taqseem 2x naught minus a. So we need x naught given by the teacher, 3.5. We need a, we need b. How can you find a and b? You compare with this one. This is x square minus ax plus b equal to 0. This is x square minus 3x is equal to b. This is the same. But this will give you what? A and b. Right? This will give you A and B. Can any student give me what is the value of A? What is the value of B, please?
-4.
What is the value of A?
A 3.
A is 3.
B is -4.
Yes,
Yes.
is a -4. And here, when I give this problem, 50% student did the opposite. They say A equal to -3 and B equal to 4. No, because you take 4 on this side first. It become -4. And then, what is here? Minus, here minus, alhamdulillah. In place of A, what we have? 3, not -3. So here, if I give here a positive A, if for example, x square plus 3x, so then we have A is a -3. But here, and what is B? In place here, we have -4, so we have it this one. Now you can find out the first approximation. Second approximation is this one. And then if you want to here, because what is the exact solution for this problem is a 4. Because what is the tahleel of this one? Can you give me please? What is the tahleel of this one? X square minus 3x minus 4 equal to what?
1 and 4.
1 and 4. So
No,
what
sorry.
we are interested for the 4? So we have exact, approximate solution is 4, exact is 4 also. What is it? The error is 0 for 4 decimal places. Good. That's the,
Doctor, can I
yes,
ask you a question?
yes. Why not?
Doctor, A, why it's not -3? Why it is positive?
Yes, I think so. Let's show you here now. What is your original equation? Is this one, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we have x square minus ax plus, this is original, right? And we have to use this one for the given one. This is the given one, particular case. This is generalized case. This is particular case. What is that one? X square minus 3x. We have to take 4 on this side to make one side equal to 0. It becomes minus
Negative.
4 equal to 0. I'm right?
Yeah, right.
X square is x square, same. Minus minus, same. What is A?
A is 3. Yeah.
Yes, is it 3?
Okay.
What is B?
-4.
Yeah, we can write this one. It's the same thing. What is the same? 4 plus plus same. In place of B is what? The minus 4 we have.
-4.
So we have that one. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'll give you this 2.31 and 2.30 and 2.31 are also very good example. Many time I give in the exam, but I will explain you inshallah next time. You remember, you see, wallah, therefore I want my student should be very good, because I give you many example. Every teacher, if you can have the experience before, or ask your friend, they give one method, one example, maximum 2, and then move to the next one. I give you many examples. I explain everything, simple, difficult. Therefore, you should not have any problem in the exam. I will discuss, inshallah, next time with you, example number 2.30 and 2.31, best example for the case of the Newton methods also, right? Any question, please?
Doctor,
Yes.
how many chapters in mid?
The midterm, since we have the midterm in maybe the 12 week, I think we have a midterm in 12 week. I give you the date. You got my lecture note and the syllabus?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes. I think because midterm exam in the 12th week, I think is the 23rd of March. So therefore we can have here now the chapter number 2 and half of the chapter number 3.
Half, not full.
No, not complete.
Okay.
Also remember, please, I give you the syllabus, and I mentioned you have a 2 short tests, 2 short quizzes, right? And the midterm exam is only one, which will be face to face, inshallah, in the Jamia. But the short exam will be on LMS. Okay. And your the first short test I mentioned is a 6 week. Now I know the tarikh. It will be on 23rd of February, 23rd of 2, please. Okay. It will be 23rd of February, Tuesday, from 8 to 9 o'clock in the evening time, please. 1 hour is a quiz now. And it most probably from the chapter number 2. And I give you the multiple choice, maybe the 6, 7 multiple choice I give you, inshallah. Okay, it will be in the 6th week, I think, 6th week, yeah. I will mention you, inshallah. I will send you your syllabus again because now I know the tarikh of the first short test, which I mentioned in the quiz. Quiz number 1 will be on LMS online on 23rd of, or is according to the Arabic day, I think 11 of 7. 7 mean I think in Rajab. 11 of Rajab we have at evening time, 8 o'clock. Right, I take your attendance now. And please, if you some question, you cannot ask me here, you can ask through email, but you should know everything. No confusion with any topic. Number 1. Number 2.
Yes.
Number 3. Number 4.
Majid, yes.
Yeah, please, when I call you number, you just give your name, please. Number 5. Number 6.
Ahmed.
Yes. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11.
Abdurrahman.
Yes. 12. 13. 14.
Badr.
15.
14 Badr, Doctor.
Yeah, 14, okay.
15 Ahmed.
Yes. 16.
Faisal.
17.
Abdullah.
Right. 18.
Muhammad.
19.
Saud.
Okay. 20.
Yazid.
Yes. 21.
Abdullah.
Right. 22.
الوليد.
Right.
Yes.
23.
Muhammad.
Yes. 24. 25.
Abdulaziz.
26.
Ahmed.
27.
عزام.
28. 29.
فيصل القحطاني.
Yes. 30. 31.
عبد الكريم.
32.
32 محمد
34.
السباعي.
Yeah, 32. 33.
عبد العزيز.
Yes. 34.
مشاري.
35. 36.
مشعل.
37.
عمر عبد العزيز.
38.
محمد.
39.
عبد العزيز عبد الرحمن.
40.
Abdullah.
41.
أحمد.
42.
أسامة.
Yes. 43. 44.
خالد.
Yes. And 45.
مقرن.
Okay. Everyone finish?
Yes.
Yes. See you then, inshallah, on next week. Have a nice weekend, all of you. Enjoy your weekend, but don't forget 254 and give some time to 254 also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you then. Bye.